I live in Sonoma, recently moved there with my husband and 2 teenage boys. My background, I've been an entrepreneur for about 25 years, but originally have a scientific background in Alzheimer's research. So I'm excited to tell you today about my company that I co-founded. I'm co-founder and CEO. We are making progress on a treatment for Alzheimer's disease. We have a very experienced team, and we're headquartered at the beautiful Buck Institute in Novato. And I put my co-founder's picture up there. Steve Dominy, wave Steve. Steve lives in Novato, so you can ask him questions and get to know him today as well. And we have a clinical study in progress that I'll tell you more about. And it's been a really great year for us. We got a $49.2 million grant from the NIH in August. And yes, and we also closed our Series A, $12 million Series A just a couple weeks ago with participation from MSIV. So that's exciting as well. So we're working on a very novel mechanism in Alzheimer's disease, which I think is really important to make progress in this area. There's been a lot of single-minded thinking. Some of you may or may not have seen this headline, that gum disease bacteria is actually associated with Alzheimer's disease. And we've been working on this, and a lot of people are working on this. It's more than just a headline. There's a huge amount of scientific literature and data behind this approach. Not just, okay, if you have periodontal disease, if you have gum disease, you're more likely to have cognitive impairment, to have Alzheimer's later in life. But if you infect an animal with this bacteria in their mouth, it gets to their brain and causes cognitive impairment and degeneration in the memory centers of the brain. So we actually have conducted a clinical trial already with a first-generation molecule. And what we found in that clinical study is that about 40% of Alzheimer's patients with mild to moderate symptoms, have this bacteria associated with their disease. And when they were treated with our first-generation molecule, we were able to slow or level their decline. So we learned a lot in that study. We learned that we can use a simple saliva test to say these are the right people for our treatment. And we also know, the whole field is starting to become more precision medicine focused, luckily. We know that infections can cause neurological disease. There's already HIV dementia, neurosyphilis, other things. So this is, even though it's out of the box, it is consistent with learning more and doing better precision medicine. I mentioned we have a clinical study going that's supported by both the NIA grant and now the Series A funding. This is the site. If you or your family members might be interested or friends in learning more, we have a site that's coming up in Oakland that's associated with UCSF locally, but really all across the country. We're making good progress enrolling patients to learn more about the second generation drug that we're developing now. So thank you.